What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and I'm joined by Nick, and we are here to review Destiny 2. So this video counts for the giveaway video. So if you've watched that video, or you want to watch it, we're giving away Destiny 2. So make sure you go watch that video, leave a comment on it, and then leave a comment on this or any other Destiny 2 video we do. We're going to have a couple more. We're going to have a tips and tricks, maybe another special, and another Let's Play. So we got more. But for this video, we're going to be reviewing Destiny 2. So we've played a decent amount, and I think we're like ready to talk about it and ready to give an actual opinion on it.
Yeah.
So Nick, we'll go into the specifics, like we'll break down the modes and stuff and what there is to do, but from a base level, how do you like the game? You like it? Do you is it an improvement of Destiny 1?
Destiny 1, I just didn't enjoy playing Destiny 1, I don't think. And I feel like there's a couple of reasons for that. I feel like they made it a little simpler this time around. I cared about the story not at all, or possibly even less than I cared about the first story. But there was a shorter amount of campaign missions. There was more fun to do. And overall, I think it's better. I don't know. Well, time will tell how good of a game I think it is.
Yeah,
Total.
I agree. I mean, I didn't play the first game, but I think as far as this game goes, I like it. Like, I was kind of expecting this in a way, and I got what I think I wanted. Like, I got a fun game that I never expected to be Game of the Year, and we talked about this in either the preview or in the Gamescast that we did. I didn't expect it to be Game of the Year. I don't expect it to last me, 2 years. Destiny 1 got people through 2 years, and there'll be DLC for this, and I'm sure this will get people through to Destiny 3, which I'm sure will happen. But am I going to play it for that reason? No. I mean, this was a game to kind of add to Nick and I's library of games we play together. A fun game, a game I guess we can play with Mike now. And if you haven't watched the live stream or the video, you're doing yourself a disservice. But it's doing what I want it to do. Is it a perfect game? Is the story good? No. And we can go into that first. So let's talk about the story, Nick. So the first game obviously had a really disappointing story, and I think people were expecting, for a lot of people, and people were expecting the story of this game to be much, much better. So what do you think of the story of this?
I personally, it's pretty simple to follow, but I didn't think it was, great or anything. I don't know. I don't think there's that much to say about it. For me, it was a standard tale of the bad guys show up, they fuck everything up, and then you, throughout the game, get people to help you kill the bad guy.
Right. Now, do you think it's a bad thing that it's really nothing special about it? It's just a generic thing? Because I think that's a bad thing.
Really? I mean, I feel like they tried too hard to make it a big epic thing in the first one, and that's where some of the bad parts of the game came in, so I actually think that's a good thing.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's decent.
I'd rather it be that than the first one again.
True. Yeah, anything but the first one. I mean, visually it looks really, really good, and you obviously get a lot of that visual quality from the cutscenes of the story.
Looked the same.
Well,
but then
not having played it,
pictures of Destiny 1, and you're right. I looked at Destiny 1 again.
The story to me is just uninteresting. I could care less about it, and that's not a bad thing. It's it's fun. You go through the motions. It presents the story. You go through your missions. They're cool enemies. That's obviously
the important thing is the missions are they're not that long or drawn out or anything. Except a couple at the very end.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's good for a certain purpose. That it's nothing special, but it gets the job done. Now, for people that were going into it though thinking it was going to be this super special story, I mean, it's just not. It's not this fantastic.
Unfortunately, if you were waiting for that, then unfortunately that's what it is.
Right. So as for the rest of it, how do you like it? The content-wise, do you like the stuff that they're providing? You like the multiplayer?
Seems like there's a lot, and I looked at the calendar picture that they sent out, and it looks like there's going to be a lot coming in the first month that it's out. including the raid, I think comes out next week.
Yeah, September 15th, right? So that's next Friday. I mean, I think there's a lot in here. I think it's a game that's pretty full. I don't think I've played enough of it to really give like a full knowledge that there's a ton to do, but from people that have played it and have said it, there is a lot to do. And I do think that the multiplayer is also good enough where you can keep playing it, especially if you have
Alex
friends.
loves that multiplayer.
I really do. And you know, as for the multiplayer, like I'm surprised. I thought that would be a thing that I'd play and I'd enjoy, but you know, not like love, not like play, not want to jump in the game just to play it. I think that's the best way of wording it. Like when I turned it on
That's all
today,
you want to play.
yeah, that's all I want. You strictly told me not to do it, and I think that's a good thing, right? Because that's obviously that
you can get far just by playing the multiplayer, but
right.
you got to get through. You got to get at least to like a certain point in the story where before you can actually get credit towards a lot of things. So I want you to get to that point so you can at least then you can never play the single player again.
So what do you think of the multiplayer? Anything special about it? You think it's solid?
I kind of wish it was a little bigger, I guess, but I wouldn't say it's anything special. But you know, it's not bad at all. It's what you'd expect of a game like this as multiplayer.
Right.
And there's I know there's it's called like the Iron Banner, I think. Mike was trying to think of the name of it earlier, and that's like one of the things that every now and then comes on, and that's actually like a different mode of multiplayer and specific challenges and stuff. So if you're in multiplayer, then that's what you'd wait for.
Right. And now, what about the whole progression, getting your power and leveling up? I personally really like it. I like the whole.
Fast.
Yeah, I mean it goes fast. I like that. I like games that do this where you know, it's like a slow kind of it goes fast, but then when you get up there, it's like, well, this weapon or this armor will only get me like 2 more power, but at the end of the day, that 2 power is pretty like substantial. And I like kind of working up to that personally.
Yeah, you get new armor often enough where you're never disappointed.
Right.
And like the main way to collect stuff in this, apparently, compared to the first one, is you don't actually buy it at vendors ever. You just turn stuff in. You know, you always get rewarded weapons and armor. You never actually are purchasing it or doing anything boring like that at the end game. So like you know, if you get something bad, then you're like, well, you know, then I'll just wait till I get the next thing. It won't be that long.
Yeah, I definitely I agree. It's got like a thing where you want to keep progressing, and every time you play a multiplayer match, you get stuff. There's there's missions of play 2 games of the Crucible, either of the 2 multiplayer matches, and you get stuff. A lot, like you're constantly unlocking things, and I know that was always a thing personally for me in Uncharted. When they first started doing multiplayer, they had the thing where like basically everything you did, you got a medal for, and you would constantly just rack up these medals saying like you did something good like at all times. And I think it translates kind of to this, where like you constantly feel like you're getting somewhere, you constantly feel like you're getting stuff. And I think that's important, right? Because if you kind of just like stuck and you don't feel like you're progressing or the game's not giving you anything, what's the point of playing, especially a game like this?
Yeah, exactly. I like it more than I thought. You know, I wouldn't say it's absolutely wowed me in terms, but you know, I kind of knew what to expect.
Yeah. The
actual like, it's not so. I don't even really want to call it grinding because it's good, and it's good that it doesn't feel like grinding.
Yeah.
Because that's what no one wants.
Right. So at the end of all our reviews, we say we don't do number grades here. We talk about whether or not you should buy the game. Ultimately, the biggest decision. So Nick, should you buy Destiny 2?
I mean, if you like first-person shooters, yes. If you like first-person shooter RPGs, definitely yes. If you know you're gonna have friends to play it with, even better. If you're not, and you're not willing to play with random people online, then probably not, because you are going to need, towards the later game, to actually need either friends to play with or at least a friend you can make online.
Right. I think this game for
most likely
like...
you should probably be getting it.
Yeah,
It's one
then
of those games you should just get.
I'd lean towards that too. I'd say you should buy it. I think this game is more of a, it's more specific in terms of like if you're this kind of player, you should buy it than most games because just like you said, like it is a first-person shooter, so that is different than games that if you're not into that kind of thing, well then obviously this could be a tough sell. If you were disappointed with the first Destiny, all sorts of things like that. If you talked about playing with your friends, I mean, this game, every time I've played it, I've either played it with you or you and Mike. So I've never played it alone. So that obviously makes a big difference, I think, to me. So it depends on your situation. Like, maybe if you don't want to play with friends or you don't care about that, then you're good. But I think it does depend. But I would definitely lean towards getting it. I mean, it's a fun game.
It's easier and more fun with friends.
Yeah. I think you'll have an overall better time with friends than if no friends. But I do think you should get it. This is a fun game. A game in September where there's not too many other games out at the moment. October obviously is going to get insane, and I think I'd maybe change how I answer it in October. But for now, I'd say you should buy it. So that is our review for Destiny 2. Let us know what you guys think of Destiny 2 if you've played it or if you haven't played it. Again, this does count for the giveaway, so if you watch this video and you watch the giveaway video and leave a comment on both, you'll be entered to win Destiny 2. That giveaway ends Thursday, September 14th at night. So that's when it ends. You still have time to do it. We're going to have more Destiny 2 stuff coming out very, very soon. One every day for the next couple days. So thank you guys for watching this review, and we'll see you on the next Destiny 2 video.